So right over there. Oh my God. Look at that. Land ho! Mo. 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 Hey, you sleepyhead. We can see land. It's amazing. It's so beautiful. Get up, get up, get up. You gotta see this. It's this snow-covered mountain. It's amazing. Get out of bed, get out of bed. So that's gotta be this mountain just in front of the fjord that has Barentsburg in it. Wow. The seas are really, really calm. I don't quite get it because there is some wind in here, but you wouldn't know it looking at the water. Look at how calm it is. We're moving along at about 5 knots and we'll be there in about 3 hours. The boat will finally stop moving for the first time in 13 days or so. Welcome to the new neck of the woods, Svalbard.
Oop. If we call Sisselman, then maybe they can tell us what side we'll need to tie up on, or maybe they'll say like, hey, we've got a cruise ship coming out. Can you wait?
Yeah, will you call them next? You
Me?
call them. Yeah, you're the one that did the application. Besides, I don't like talking to people. That's your job. I want to give them a good first impression.
Oh.
I'm so glad we got those 2 additional fenders in Faroe.
Yep. I think they will come in very handy. So now we have 4 big ones.
Yep.
And a round one.
Yep. And a fender board.
All right, so I'm just going to move all of these
Yep.
up onto the scabbard.
The scabbard?
Isn't that what it's called? So
Yeah, you're gonna put him there? Okay. Yeah, sure.
why you got to say it like I'm saying it wrong? Are you going to make me feel like an asshole?
No, yeah, that's a good place. The scabbard. Right. Some people call it a turtle also. Yeah, put that on the scabbard. There you go.
Why you got to be that way? So that's on the chart, but it's not in the book.
Oh, really?
So I don't
I wonder
know.
what it is. I wonder who's there. I didn't read about any other like little settlement other than...
Doesn't look like a settlement.
No?
Looks like an insane asylum.
Oh, this would be the place for one.
It's just 4 big buildings. Those are the suburbs. So I left my hot water on the stove. I'm gonna go make a coffee.
You're gonna
My
make
second coffee.
Woohoo! Caffeine for you! Now you're awake. Boy, isn't it wild how the mountains are kind of like shaped like that?
I would say gloves are definitely going to be used heavily during this trip.
Yeah.
Because my hands are cold.
Hands are freezing. This is unlike anything we've seen before. This is different than Iceland, different than Greenland, different than Faroe. It's got all the snow, man.
Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up.
What do you think of the view?
It's beautiful. Looks like a geodesic dome.
Oh, I bet it's a radar.
Weather and stuff, and then there's a little line of them up there too.
I bet it's a radar thing. Wow.
This is really a gift.
Yeah.
Getting here on a day like this.
This is perfect.
I can imagine if you get winds like we've been getting.
This
could be pretty nasty.
Sure. Yeah, but we've had nothing but like calms for.
This is the third day.
Yeah, this is the third day of calm, so we have perfect calm conditions here.
Kind of sucks in that you have to run the engine. There was just no way that we could even sail the last couple of days.
No, there was no wind.
We had nothing. It wasn't even like 5 knots. It was like 1.2 to 3.4.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole ocean, you remember that? It just looked like someone had a sheet.
Yeah.
You know, you have a sheet and then you just kind of go like that and it's just kind of ripple. That's what the whole water looked like.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really nice to arrive in conditions like this.
So, can you like tell me what happened for the past 12 days?
Join me
on
an adventure
summarize
of
our
a lifetime.
How about a serious
Yeah.
recap before we forget what happened? Compose yourself. Take a moment. Think about what happened.
So we left Faroe on June 11th, and it was nice. Got out of there at around 3:30, and then we were out and going, and I would say for the next 3 days, it was nice. We had some winds to sail, we motored a little bit. I felt actually really great. You let me sleep a bit, and I think that really helped. But then, you know, I got up and spent a couple hours up in the cockpit and was on watch, and everything was pretty nice. And then there's that low pressure that you had been looking at, and it looked like it was going to hit on Friday. We left on a Monday, but it started ramping up around Wednesday evening and then going into Thursday, and then it was just awful. It just descended on us, and it was rough and winds, and the boat was like all over the place, and we were just getting knocked around, and you had to reef, and then eventually it got to the point where you had to hove to for the first time, eh?
The first time, yeah.
Was that the first time? We were actually hove to for quite some time, many hours, and then you took it back out, and I got sick. I mean, it was awful. But it wasn't until day 3.5, day 4. That was the first time I got sick, and it's kind of cool. But anyway, then I did get sick, and it was awful. And you were tired, and the boat was just getting bashed to hell. So the winds calmed down a little bit, but it was still really rough. And basically that low pressure that looked like it was just kind of swirling up and was going to go past, instead of swirling up and going past, it was swirling and just growing. So instead of being on this side of Iceland, in between Norway, and then kind of going up, it just started getting bigger and bigger until it finally extended from basically Greenland to Norway. The entire Greenland and Norwegian seas were just filled with this massive low pressure that was just throwing 30, 40 plus knots at us. So we were under sail again, but then the winds kicked up, and you hove to for the second time, and this one was longer. I think it was really good though, because you got to come down and rest and really sleep. So that was good. You had us on a tack that was bringing us to where you thought it might be a little bit better, but then we were talking and we're like, no, I think we should go the other way. So we were on, I think, a starboard tack then, going towards the eye of this low pressure. And we got into the eye and it was calmer. There were a little bit of light winds. We were both feeling a little bit better. You got a little bit sick as well. It was so rough. And so we had, I don't know, it was at least 12 hours, maybe more, maybe almost a full day in the eye. The eye was really big. And then it started again. You heaved to for a fourth time, which you said was the most you'd ever done. And we kind of rode that out. You got to rest a little bit more. So we had basically 3 days of kind of, good weather, good sailing weather. We were doing really great. And then in the eye, we had like another day where we were able to sail. And it was buffered by a couple of days of just crap weather. And then once that low pressure left, the last 3 days, there's just been nothing, not like a breath of wind. The ocean has looked like this, just completely calm. I think the most wind that we've seen in the last 3 days is maybe 4.5, and that was only briefly. So yeah, we've had the engine running, but it's been beautiful. We took some drinks out, some coffee and tea the other day. We got to sit up here and just look at the ocean and enjoy the sunshine. It's been really gorgeous. I don't know, is that how you remember it?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. And now we're here. Congratulations, we made it. There's Longyearbyen down there on the starboard bow. Can't really make much of it right here, but that's where we're going. Coming in for a landing.
So what kind of people live here?
Yeah.
Like, are there children? There must be, right?
Yep.
Can you imagine growing up in Svalbard?
No.
It's like 1,000 people.
Yep. 1,000 people in Longyearbyen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a little less than that in Barentsburg.
Yeah, a couple hundred, I think.
I wonder if they all love it living out here and they wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
I almost think you would have to.
Yeah, yeah.
Either that or it pays so well that some people are like, oh, I'll do this for a couple of years and save up a bunch of money and then go back.
Yeah, I wonder if there are people like that come to Svalbard and then work for a year or two and then split. A lot of Faroese come up here and go fishing, and they're up here for 6 months at a time. Some are even here for year round. And
but
they
not
never,
the fishing people, but they live on the boat.
Yeah, they never even get off a boat though.
I mean, they might get off the boat, but they live on the boat.
Yeah.
I mean the people that live here, in these houses.
Yeah, I wonder. What do you see?
There's a plane.
Oh yeah?
Right there. I didn't even recognize what it was for a second. It was so weird.
Flying into Longyearbyen. So that's the runway. That's the other way to come to Svalbard. I prefer this way personally.
So that must be the airport right there.
Yep.
What?
So that one's been divided in half. So you can take the midpoint and put it on.
That's a bullshit.
I think that one should go off the bow.
Bullshit.
And then the other guys can go on the stern.
Man, that flag didn't last long, eh?
No.
That was... Maybe we should have just wrapped it up for the journey. Maybe
We
that was
definitely
dumb.
should have. Would have been brand new if we had done that.
It was brand new.
Yeah.
13 days ago.
Yeah, it would still be brand new now.
So if you're wondering what sort of weather we went through, this.
Completely afraid.
This is the type of weather.
You know, I wonder if we could just cut the end off. No one would know.
Yeah, but I think you'd have to sew it. Otherwise, it would just keep
Maybe we can
going.
take it to a seamstress.
I don't think it's that bad. I'll trim it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what this flag says? This flag says we're explorers. This flag says we're not staying in port and like hanging out with Mai Tais. And so this is like we're doing stuff. That's what
This
that
flag
says.
says we don't take care of the flag.
No, that flag says we are adventurers.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so what do we got here? That's a stern line. Those two will be the bow lines, and then we got the blue one, which is a little short, as another stern line, and then there's the other stern line, or spring line through the center hawse pipe.
Okay.
Cool. All we got to do is get this puppy docked, and then we are done for the day.
I see some masts.
We're going to be rafted up to them, maybe.
I wonder if that's an avalanche run at all those ridges, because some of those houses are right below those grooves.
I don't know. Those are the suburbs.
So what are we going to do? We're going to go in and kind of circle around and see
Yeah,
what's
you
what,
know.
and then set up all the...
Yeah. We're going to go slow. That's the key. We're going to take our time.
The town looks pretty packed. Looks like there's a lot of buildings.
Yeah, a lot of houses. Too bad the wind's picking up. Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of boats on the hard. Over there.
What are we at? Like 18 knots?
Jeez. 17.6. Did you say 18? You're amazing.
I wish I wasn't.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it either.
So none of those boats we saw are actually at the dock.
No, they're all on the hard. Why the hell did the wind have to pick up at the last minute? Jeez.
I don't know, because we were like, woohoo, this is so great, la la la.
Longyearbyen Harbour Master. Longyearbyen Harbour Master. Sailing vessel Paragon. 1-6. Over. Okay, no answer from anybody on the VHF, so we'll have to figure it out. We'll just take our time. We'll go in there, motor around, look around, poke around. You know, we'll figure it out. We're not gonna fuck this up at the last minute. We've come all this way, you know. Worst case scenario, we go drop anchor by where that boat is. Take it from there. I think the wind's whipping down the mountains.
Falvind or Falkind.
Yeah?
I think that's what they call it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, where the wind comes and it rushes down the side of the mountain. So it can get up to like 100 miles an hour or something.
Well, you gotta be that way.
Great. Almost 20 knots. Sisselman. This is sailing vessel Paragon. Channel 16, over.
Okay, so where the hell are we going?
So I think that big wall there,
Yeah?
it looks like a ferry dock or something with the big tires. It looks like maybe that is where the town dock is, the pontoon.
Yeah, where the masts are.
I see like 3 sailboat masts, I think.
Yep, and they're in the water.
I don't know, man. Like the wind is going to be pushing us onto that.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
So I would almost say, like there's that boat anchored there.
Yeah.
I'd almost say go anchor. I mean,
Yeah.
I want to go look.
Yeah.
But what are we at now? Like 20 something?
21 knots of wind.
I don't want to come into that at 21 knots.
No, but we're gonna go all the way and poke around.
Yeah. Like if we were coming up to it and just kind of sliding in easy.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get pushed off to the side. That'd be a really shitty way to end this whole trip.
Yeah.
That looks like a big boat. They all look like big boats.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Are we like the baby boat of the...
Probably are.
Although I'm a little nervous because we haven't anchored in forever.
Oh, I've anchored about 1 million times.
Well, no, I mean just like how
You gotta jinx it.
No, that is not jinxing it. Jinxing it would be like, piece of cake, we're fine. La, la, la. I think those guys are Australian.
Really?
Maybe. It's hard to tell.
I'm just like feeling out depth. We're in 191 feet. It's always a little nerve-wracking when you don't know, where you're going, and you're just like motoring around trying to figure it out, and it's windy. We have 20 knots of wind, man. It was so calm earlier, and now we have 20 knots of wind, which would make docking much more difficult depending on the situation. We're just going to motor down here and
Hey, what is today?
peek our nose in there. Longyearbyen Port Control, this is Paragon 1-2, over.
Yes, what are your intentions?
Hello, we're just arriving and we're requesting guidance on where we can dock if there is space available, over.
What is the size of your boat, length and depth?
Depth is 2 meters and length is 12.5 meters, over.
You're just passing 3 sailboats on the inside of the concrete pier on a floating dock there. Can you stay outside one of them?
Do you mean tie up to one of the boats, over?
Yes, I mean that.
Yes, we can definitely do that if it's okay with them. Then, yeah, we have adequate fenders and lines. We can raft up to one of the boats, over.
Perfect, then you are away from the commercial traffic. That would be nice.
Many, many thanks. We will attempt to dock against the larger sailboat. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Paragon standing by, channel 1-2. We're gonna raft up to one of the boats.
Seriously?
Yeah.
In there?
Yeah. We have tons of time. We're in no hurry. We just need lines on starboard. Do you want to take the helm and I'll put the lines on? Mo?
Can we tie up to one of these?
No, he wants us to stay away from the commercial traffic.
I don't like this. I'd rather go anchor.
We'll see.
It's like a 90-degree turn to get over there.
I know.
I don't know how we're gonna make that. I don't think we can make that turn.
Yeah. It looks different from here than it does when you're down there. I think we should try it and abort if it looks like it's not gonna work.
Yeah. We just crossed an ocean and the most nerve-wracking part of it is just this.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
You don't want to come in on the port side.
No, because we need to be going into the wind. We can't go downwind.
Yeah. Big ship. Great. Let's just add a little more to the mix.
I got all the fenders out. I got 2 bow lines, 1 stern line, and 1 line coming out the hose pipe on the starboard side. We basically just need to come in as slow and steady as possible, and then when we get to the boat, we just need to grab it. We need to physically grab the boat with your
And stop ourselves?
hands.
I can do that.
Now I'll stop the boat with the engine, but then we need to just hold on to that boat,
that.
right? And then take a line and tie it to anything. Of course, you know, don't tie it in a way that's going to damage
Yes.
anything.
Don't tie it to their lifelines. It's just a 90. I don't think we can make the turn. Like,
You've
maybe
said
we
that
can...
more than once. Okay, please
Drake?
let this work.
Drake,
Yes.
help you. You can do this.
Remember, just grab onto it and hold on.
Yeah.
So you see the two bow lines, right?
Yeah. But I'm just going to be holding on.
Yeah, and you're going to get a bow line attached to something at some point. You're probably going to end up jumping onto the other boat.
Yeah.
Don't do anything that you think is going to,
Don't worry. I
be
won't.
too risky, but we have to get on this boat. We have to tie up to it. So you think there's not enough room to go in and turn around, huh?
I'm wondering, like, if you could go in there and then, like, drift back. Is that crazy?
I've never drifted back, but maybe that is the ticket.
I don't know. So the wind's going to be pushing us off ever
I
so
know what the
slight.
wind's doing.
Okay, no. I think if we just slowly keep going over, just take it really, really slow. We'll just slowly drift there. I think we can make it. Maybe. Hey, it's kind of drifting in.
Hello, Blue Boat!
Got it!
Great, tie it. Tie it.
I am. Got it! Oh my God.
Looks like this boat hasn't been anywhere in a while.
That was good. That was great. Cheers. Welcome to Svalbard.
Welcome to Svalbard.
Okay, cheese. Wake up. So I think that this might actually be the road. I think that might be Sisselman.
Okay.
Huh. Are there road signs?
Sisselman, Svalbard. All right, let's go say hello.